Hopefully nobody will realise I am completely clueless what I'm doing here. Actually, I think I probably want to park this in the shed for a moment, and it will have the manure spreader stuck on the back later. But for right now, I need to get this tractor down to the shop. Well, our shop. Then, oh, that's good to know. So our rock picker's at 88%. And it only holds 2,000 litres of stones. I'm not sure it's a good idea to put the front loader arms on it right now. Let's turn that off, jump out, and fix that. See, that tractor is, paint condition 0. And frankly, doesn't look too bad. There's scratches on the 3-point hitch. There's probably scratches on the paint back here. But the general paintwork is reasonably okay. Okay, let's go find the Massey Ferguson, which is here. I'm going to turn off the worker. And where do we put the rocks? And we'll put them here, I think.
I'm gonna watch TV.
Okay, shut the doors. Oh, I don't have... Oh, yes, indeed. How much does that land actually cost? Probably not in the market for buying it. No, not at that price, I'm not. That's almost double what you need to pay for it. That's so annoying. So the other option, I guess, is maybe I will put the front loader arms on. Well, no, I don't know. I'll go dump the rocks in the yard. Then I have to bring the trailer back at some point, but I still have a free John Deere for that. And I think that's the big problem with this collector. This collector is quite nice in that it has it's picking up on both sides of the tractor, so it's not an offset pickup, but it does have a rather small capacity. The big capacity one, again, not the greatest, because you need an awful lot of see, a small tipper would take that. Yeah, I think dropping the rocks off here is fine. And then I can load the front loader and I'll probably use the rock bucket to load up the cart. So, how far down that field did we get? That's the next question. Also, how many hours has the rock picker got on it? I guess we're okay on that count. We might roll over an hour, which might be a little bit unfortunate, but it's good enough. Well, let's dive through here. How about that? Okay, somewhere here are rocks. I see rocks there, I see rocks there, I see rocks there, and that looks like the edge of the rocks. So, oh no, there's another one. So we're running the long side of the field, and that does look like we've got about a third done, so not bad. I just need to make sure it turns right when we get to the bottom. And I should possibly, okay, next time we empty it, we'll do the top and bottom ends so that we don't have rocks everywhere. Oh, I have to go and find a remote control. Be back in a minute. Oh.
Look under the couches.
Watch TV. Don't turn it up too loud. Okay, I'm back. Did it turn the right way? Yes, okay. So I'm going to go back to the John Deere again. Oh, that one. So yes, teenage child, he's going out. Small boy child not going out, so teenage child decides to hide the TV remote. Because petty things. So yeah, I laid that fence along there. I laid that fence along there just because it's a continuation of the fence I was already laying on my land. So it just kind of made sense too. So we will take this back to the main yard, the animal yard, and eventually we will be able to load it with the rocks. So it's amazing how quick £300,000 disappears when you go on a shopping spree. Well, we only spent 220, but even so, that disappeared quite quickly. Now, good news is on income side, we do have The cows are producing milk. So, yay cows. That's income almost daily. We're producing, I think, about 25,000 litres of milk per day. Maybe a little more. Should we hook up the manure truck? Yeah, why not? Because the thing is once the rocks are picked on a field, I can actually let the fent loose with the white stuff spreader. What is it? Lime spreader. And then we'll be looking at manure spreading. I'll probably do a fair amount of this work using workers, just because it's easier. But the slowest part of this job is the rock picking. Oh, there goes some manure. And I do like reversing this thing. It's got a very long wheelbase, so it makes it very easy to do. So what are we looking at here? 85,000 litres of straw. We're already up to 13,000 litres of milk, so that's half a truckload. I suppose the other thing I could have done with my money is pay off the leases, but we'll hold off on that for now. One option I am thinking about is, okay, we can turn that off now. Okay, we've got 2 balers. I don't really need 2 balers, but it's kind of handy. And they're round balers because we've got that bale carrier, so it's just easier to do round bales than it is square bales. This baler wraps and is on lace. So we pretty much have this one set to mid-size bales so that they can be wrapped. And we're baling whole crop and grass with that one. This one is really cheap, really low horsepower, and can do all 3 sizes of bales. So we permanently have this one set to large bales, and we use that to create straw and hay. And typically most of the hay we produce is contract hay. So there's those 2. Now the wrapping one, because it is stuck at mid-size or small or mid-size, it occurs to me that instead of having that one, which does 125, 150, 180, I could do that one, which has 125, 150. 10 horsepower lower. It does wrap. Has quite a nice wrapping action. Or the Massey Ferguson. Either of these 2 would be something we could use. This one again only does small bales, which is why I didn't buy that one to start off with. But is again lower. Oh no, it's 145 horsepower. It's a higher horsepower than these 2. So, and I'm not really concerned with horsepower. We've got the Fent is whatever the Fent is. The Fent's 228, so horsepower doesn't enter into the equation there. But it gives me a chance to use newer equipment rather than this one. These were patched in on was the patch 6.1, something like that. So yeah, just running with one of those instead of that one. It's different. We could go with it as a Fendt because the tractor that's going to be hauling it is a Fendt, or we could go with a Massey Ferguson. See, 140 horsepower. I could actually run either of those on the Massey. Well, if it was full power. Where's the S5? See, that one 145 could haul it. That one at 145 could haul it. That one at 142 could kind of haul it. The T6 easily hauls it. 6M. Ooh, you're breaking even there, boy. The 6S, you'd need a little bit of an engine upgrade. The Maxim, a little bit of an upgrade. The Arian, base model. And the base model. So there's a whole bunch of interesting tractors. That one can't, that one could. There's a 5M 120. There's a T5, which is borderline. And there's the Rigitrack as well. But we may end up selling the 5S eventually and getting a new tractor in that power ballpark. And if we did that, then maybe switching the Pottinger to the Fendt would be, or Massey Ferguson, probably go with the Fendt, might be an interesting idea. So I could save some money now and actually release the Pottinger. The thing is we've paid so much on the lease on that. The lease to buy option, I think, is less than the Fendt and the Massey. I should check that. Okay, we'll check that as soon as this tractor gets to the field I want it at. Stone picker's at 81%. So I kind of want to catch him at the end of a row. If possible. He's at the other end. Pull this in here. Turn it over here. And that is a good place to park. And here you go. Okay, so let's have another look at that. Those two cost 84.5. Oh, stone picker, yes. That would only cost me 77,000 to purchase outright. And that price will go down every time I use it. The problem is 7.2 hours, 6 months. So you can go for, I think it's 36 months and 20 hours with and still purchase it for less than it needs to be. But I can't use it on one of the smaller tractors. And I'm only going to be using it for wrapping. We're keeping the Deutz. I'm going to return that. I have made the decision. And you are full, so let's stop you right there. Okay, I'm going to do the far end of the field before see how far it gets, and if I can get the far end of the field done, then I'll do the headland at the top as well. That should result in all the rocks being collected. So we'll lower that there. Gonna have to back it over. Oh, now that's an interesting thought as well. I got rid of the mulcher and the roller. Now I don't need a roller till spring. I don't know. I don't need a mulcher right now. Obviously it would be easier to see the ground if I had one, because we could mulch in all these weeds. Actually, I think this field might be too far gone. I think this field got cultivated, so it may not be possible to mulch it. We'll call it that. So this field is not going to get mulched, which is, oh dear, only 2.5% loss in yield. No big deal there. And the other field's already been cultivated as well. So I guess we'll miss out on mulching, and that's fine. So long as we get all of the other things addressed on these two fields, that'll be fine. So lime, direct seeding, weeds, nitrogen, all of the things, we will get all of those addressed. And here comes the rain. Not for long though. Oh, and there we go. It's full. I can't remember if there was a fence here or a hedge here. Don't think there was, but lost that part of the game save, so. Oh, there was a bunch of hedges I needed to fix somewhere. Maybe I'll do that quickly while we let the rock picker do its thing. But that's like 4,000 litres of rocks. No big deal. I can't remember how big the stone picking bucket is. I think it's 1,500. So it'll take us a couple of scoops, but no big deals. We can head back and do the last third of this. This is probably the first time I've actually done the rock picking rather than just saying delete all the rocks in this field. Kind of like I've been doing with the wood. The trees that respawned that I'd already chopped down and got paid for, I just did the delete the logs, delete the things. Delete the rocks and delete the stumps. So I wasn't benefiting from the whole you've already done this. if I buy some land with trees on it, yeah, I can use our... Oh no, there's rocks to the left. Rocks, 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 rocks. And this looks like about where I need to be. So, we will stick it on the worker. And that does look like pretty much the line we should be on. So again, it's about a third of a field, I'm not entirely sure. Let's go back to the Land Rover. Jump out. So I'm thinking somewhere along here. There is a hedge within a hedge. And this field I own. This hedge was not one I was intending to knock down. Is it not this one? Is it the one on the other side? No. Oh, this is a pain in the butt. Somewhere I knocked down... Okay, that's hedge. That's map hedge. Or was it this field edge? Oh, maybe. No, it wasn't that one. Ugh. We were driving past. Maybe I'm just going to have to get in the Land Rover and drive past all my fields. Oh, hang on. No, field 61 I just bought, so it's not that.